Now, Putin may have declared a full-blown war against Ukraine, but the sentiment in Russia does not seem to reflect that of Putin. Why? Because thousands of people have got together, staging massive protests in the Russian capital city, Moscow. According to these reports, take a look at these visuals on your screen. Over 1,700 protesters were detained even across several cities of Russia. Thousands of these people gathered near central Moscow to stage an anti-war protest. But not just in one place. In St. Petersburg, people gathered to protest the Russia-Ukraine war. Protesters were seen with posters of Vladimir Putin urging him to stop the war. Loud chants and sloganeering echoed the streets of Moscow, where Russians expressed strong condemnation of the Kremlin's decision to invade the neighboring smaller country, Ukraine. These anti-war sentiments also echoed in cities across the world, with protests breaking out across London, Paris, Tokyo, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Now, interestingly, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis has brought the focus on two leaders of the two nations, both Volodymyrs, and their rise to power. Here's more on Volodymyr Zelensky and Vladimir Putin.
Europe is on the brink of what could become the bloodiest conflict after World War II. The events unfolding in Ukraine have put the spotlight on two leaders, Putin and Zelensky. The 69-year-old Russian president has been in power since 1999, the second longest-serving ruler in Europe. Before entering politics, Putin worked in Soviet Union's spy agency KGB for 16 years, rising to the rank of lieutenant colonel. During his stint at the KGB, Putin was embedded in Germany for 5 years. He also served as the director of the Russian security agency FSB, which evolved out of the KGB. After joining politics, Putin quickly rose through the ranks and became a prominent member of Boris Yeltsin's administration. Yeltsin handed over the reins to Putin in 1999, citing ill health. Putin did not look back after that. Putin served as the Prime Minister from 2008 to 2012 to bypass the restrictions imposed by the Constitution. A judo black belt, Putin is a trained shooter and a pilot. From bare-chested horse riding to taking dips in icy cold water. The leader has cultivated an Iron Man image over the years and crushed any opposition to his authority. In stark contrast, the Ukrainian president Zelensky, who started his political career in 2018, was a comedian by profession. Zelensky rose to prominence with the release of his 2015 political comedy drama called Servant of People. In the series, Zelensky played a high school history teacher who accidentally becomes the president after his video of ranting against government corruption goes viral. Incidentally, in the show, Zelensky also stands up against Russian intimidation. The show's popularity won Zelensky the presidency. Today, the two leaders are the central figures of a standoff that can launch the European continent into another war.
We cannot just sit idly by and watch the tragedy unfolding. We cannot just be patient. We had to stop that nightmare genocide against millions of people who pin their hopes entirely on Russia, on us. These aspirations, the pain of the people, have been the key motive behind the decision to recognize the People's Republics in the Donbass.
We are fighting for our freedom. We're defending our freedom. Be prepared to protect your country on the squares of your cities and towns. We will relieve the sanctions of every citizen of Ukraine who is ready to protect and defend our country with weapons in their hands.
Analysts believe Ukraine may not be able to hold up for long in a conventional war against Russia. The question is, how far will Putin go to stamp his authority? And does Zelensky, a product of democracy, have the will to continue the fight if Ukraine were to suffer losses? With Gaurav Sawant from the Ukrainian war zone, Bureau Report, India Today.